Corey here with Corey's Coins in San Diego. I am Corey. I wanted to do a video for you guys to finally show you how to get rid of Braiins OS on all your damn control boards, because Braiins OS specifically makes it a pain to take off, even to where you'd have to sometimes make hardware changes in order to just get the firmware off. And I finally figured out how to get the damn stuff off. There's a special utility you have to find on their website, contrary to even how their website tells you to take it off. I was finally able to get the toolbox utility and bring it up and do the uninstalls. So before we get started, you need to take your control boards and get the local IPs off of them so you have them, and make sure your control boards are connected to your local area network. And if you don't have that done yet, go ahead and pause the video and get that stuff, and then we'll move forward. But right now, I'm going to take you through the entire process of just using Google. Get to their website, we'll find the file and all that good stuff. So I just put Braiins OS in the Google search engine. We're going to bring up Braiins OS website. Now you're going to click Download Now in the upper right-hand corner. And don't click the Braiins OS one. You want to go down to the Braiins OS Plus. The Braiins OS version only has the Linux version of the toolbox. The Braiins OS Plus has the download and the Windows and the Linux version. So we're just going to click download. Now when you get to this page, you want to click on whichever types of miners you're running. In my case, I was using the S17s and T17s and those types of Antminer, the Bitmain Antminers for the BTC SHA-256. So if you hit the tab on there, you see this BOS toolbox, which is just Braiins OS Plus toolbox. There's a Linux download and a Windows download. Click the Windows download for your Windows systems. Now when you get to the Google Drive where this utility is, you're going to want to right click that and hit download. And you're going to want to say download anyway, because Windows is going to tell you, no, we don't want you to be happy. So we're going to download this thing. We'll click to view it. Show it in folder. Excuse me. And so this is now the folder where it is. I've already unzipped this, but it will come through as a zip file, the BOS-toolbox zip file. Go ahead and unzip it and open that up, and then you're going to want to run the batch file that's in there. So the BOS toolbox batch file, open that thing up, and it will bring up a utility right here. So this is the BOS toolbox Braiins utility. And this is what you have to use to uninstall all of the Braiins firmware off of all your control boards. So you'd click the Uninstall tab. You're going to type in your local IP for that control board. And then you're going to put in the password, which is usually root, is generally what they are. But if you have changed the password to it, go ahead and put that password in here. And then you'll click Start. Once you click Start, it'll bring up kind of a command prompt, and it'll show you that it's taking the Braiins OS firmware off and it's flashing the factory Antminer OS firmware image back onto the control board. Once it's done, it'll say that it's done. You can close all this out and reboot your control board. Usually when you reboot your control board after, you'll get a new IP, so keep an eye out for that on your routers, because you'll probably get a new IP. And you can re-log into it, or what I did was, now that the SD card works, I just threw my Hive OS SD card back in it after I rebooted it, and flashed the Hive OS back on there. But that's just your quick little simple rundown. I'm not sure what any of these others do. I'm sure they do cool stuff. This is their toolbox utility for Braiins OS, so you can just run simple diagnostics and kind of check on your miners if you know all their IPs or have all their IPs listed or tabbed up. But hopefully you guys got something out of this video, and you can stop being so damn frustrated with these things like I have. You know, they go out of their way on their website to make it completely confusing of how to get this stuff off, to where even if you look around online, everybody says you can't get it off. So this is the way you got to do it. It works really good. Worked first time, and I used it on all my boards. Got rid of all my Braiins OS BS off there, and hopefully it works for you guys.